Welcome to Pink Kink,
where we are ready to guide you through the wild and wonderful world of kink.
I'm Princess Rara.
And I'm Dara, the Electro Khaleesi.
Whether you are a baby kinkster, a seasoned pro, or just here for the entertainment, Pink Kink will help you level up your kink knowledge.
Join us as we share our own wild, sometimes awkward, but always entertaining experiences and spill the tea from our combined 30 plus years in the private and professional kink worlds.
So grab your favorite flogger or wand.
Thank you.
And buckle up. You'll learn, you'll laugh, and who knows, you might just spit out your coffee.
Let's get this kinky party started.
Want more Pink Kink in your life? Join our Patreon and get ready for a whole lot of kinky fun and exclusive perks.
As a patron, you'll unlock access to our private Discord server where you can connect with fellow kinksters and chat directly with us. You'll also score adorable pink kink stickers and enjoy a monthly behind-the-scenes podcast packed with juicy tidbits we don't share anywhere else. Plus, get sweet discounts at our Etsy shop, Pink Kink Boutique, and on our online classes at Pink Kink Institute.
But wait, there's more.
More?
Our impactful and electrifying Pink Kinksters get extras, such as bonus content and free digital downloads. Oh, and let's not forget, the Pink Standard of patrons will be recognized as producers on both the podcast and on our website, because we couldn't do this without you.
Pink Kink runs on the love and support of our amazing patrons, so join the party today. Visit us at patreon.com/pinkkinkpodcast or click on the link on pinkkinkpodcast.com.
Today's episode is produced by our electrifying Pink Kinksters. Thank you, Jay, Witcherman, Brianna Lynn, Daddy J, Claire, Naughty and Nice, Butte Pain, Manda Panda, Kat, Stefan, Shadow Phoenix, Christopher, Brian, Enchanted Sparrow, The Wombat, Impact Hazard, Twitch, The Midnight Girl, Sinful, J21, Daisy If You Do, AK Harley Chick, Serenity, Belle, Eric, Pumpkin Pie, S'more, Hacksaw, Devoted Knight, 3 a.m. Thoughts, Crash Override,
Spiper No Spifing, Barbie, Navigator Bard, Mr. Pillsbury, Peaches, Mighty Owl, Baby Squirrel, Lady in Lex, Chaos Monster, Jessa Lady, Jack, Ophelia, Lady to Kitten, Cydia Lemon, Ben, Noir, Freddie Queen, Princess Ree, Mississive, Elysium Rose, Avalia, Nora Morapora, Brix, Mistress Lycia, Wonder Chris, Chessie, Manders, and Swinging Amish.
So, Dara, you know what September is, right?
Well, since you say it all the time, it must be Virgo season, right?
Okay.
It's when Target puts out Halloween stuff.
Okay, yes. And I was in Target yesterday and they are. But it's also both of our birthdays.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay, you suck at this.
I mean, I really do. No, it's awesome. Like, yay, our birthdays.
And listen, we don't need another mug or a world's best podcaster t-shirt.
Speak for yourself. I totally rock that shirt.
Okay, really? The best gift you could actually give us? Join our Patreon.
That too. We actually have this whole Discord where you can talk to us directly, like actually talk to us. And guess what? I actually participate.
It's probably the only place you'll actually hear Dara's unfiltered chaos in real time.
You say chaos. I say sparkle.
Patrons also get our monthly behind the scenes podcast,
where we say stuff we can't or, shouldn't say in regular episodes.
Plus, you get office hours with me. So you can ask questions, pick my brain, or just come hang out and make sure I'm actually getting my work done.
And the upper tiers get free digital downloads.
And guess what? If you pay for the whole year in advance, you get a discount. Because who doesn't love saving money?
Money you could spend on, let's say, more kink toys. So it's a win-win.
And since it's our birthday month, we're actually giving you a present.
Because we're super generous like that.
New patrons this month get an exclusive download. 12 low prep rituals for DS.
Translation, hot, easy, no excuse rituals that you can do even if you're tired, broke, or allergic to effort.
Pretty much.
Basically me. So go to patreon.com/pinkkinkpodcast.
Celebrate our birthdays with us.
And get in on all the bonus goodies.
Because honestly, there's nothing sexier than supporting your favorite kinky podcasters.
Except for cake. Cake is absolutely sexier.
All right, valid. Patreon and cake. Perfect.
Thank you.
I'm sorry you cannot see what I look like. I am sitting here like a statue.
That is not where I thought you were going to go with that.
Because Dara tells me I can't talk with my hands and move around. Now I've been told I can't move my head around.
Okay, look.
So I'm supposed to somehow be passionate but not move. I don't understand how one does that.
I mean, use your voice. You've got a big one, so you can probably start with that. But listen, if you were the one editing this, you would have better understanding of what I've been going through.
If I were the one editing it, I probably would spend time creating a new thing that solves that problem because I don't want to deal with it.
You would try to use AI to edit this, wouldn't you?
Probably something so that it would make it easier.
Like, I know there's a way to do it in Riverside that it'll edit it for you, but I don't know that I trust it yet.
Oh, so
Because it's
you
new?
can move your head, but I can't?
Do you notice how I am moving my head?
Okay, I have neck issues. I can't move my head like that.
Okay, because I'm not moving my head all the way over here to talk. Okay? Do you see this? There's a difference.
I'm just gonna sit here. My hands. I've got my hands in my lap.
I'm
I'm moving.
taking a picture. I'm taking a picture and posting this in Discord.
I'm not moving.
This is okay.
I feel like one of those things. I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
I'm not touching you. Maybe I should take a video.
Oh
Okay,
God.
here we. All right.
Okay, hold on. So yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to know if we record this? We do this stuff. We don't know what we're gonna do, and it's the morning after the dungeon. We really don't know what we're gonna do.
Oh my God, you moved your head.
No, I didn't.
You did this.
No, I didn't.
I'm posting that in Discord.
Okay, and you can be part of our Discord and see all this crazy stuff when you become a patron.
She said when, by the way.
Yeah, because I'm a positive thinker. Well, and now's a good time because I'm not exactly sure when this episode comes out. I think it still comes out in August. But
Wait, didn't you
September?
just look at the...
I did, but I pay attention. September is our patron drive because September's our birthday month, people.
Birthday!
If you want to know what Dar and I want for our birthday, it's for you to join us on Patreon.
Okay. Also, we want you to join us at our birthday party.
Oh, yes, our birthday party, which will be Saturday, September 13th
I'm dying.
at the Crucible for Risque. It is going to be an amazingly good time. Dar and I each have a scene planned, and it's really great. Dar came up with a really great idea that is so Dara.
Literally last night.
And it's perfect because I can't stop laughing. If you ever wanted to know just how incredibly different Dar and I are,
This is going to prove it.
this is going to prove it.
Do you want to tell what you're doing first for your scene and then I'll
Okay.
tell mine?
I am going to do 400 needles.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's it. That's her scene. 400 needles. Okay. Mine is I am going to do a stuffy impact scene. Now,
And,
normally...
hold on. And there will be no stuffy abuse.
Well, this is what I was going to say.
Okay.
It makes it sound like you're strapping a stuffy to a cross and like beating the shit out of it. We're not doing that.
Which if you want to do, there's nothing wrong with that. I have done that with a rubber chicken.
What we're doing is beating me with stuffies. And several people last night, all dudes, by the way, lit up when I told them this. So Fez, hot Asian guy, cards. I'm calling all three of you out right
Fez
now.
last night.
Oh yeah, he was there.
Hiding.
Fez can't hide. He's as big as a tree.
I didn't see him.
Big tree.
A very big tree. One of those California
He's a sequoia.
trees. Yeah.
He's a fucking big bearded tree. You can't miss him. And he was wearing tie-dye. How did you miss him?
I don't know.
Well, okay. So anyway, all three of those particular people said, "Ooh, can we put stuff in the stuffies?"
No.
And Cosmo was like, "As long as there's no blood." And Rara's like, "Have you met Dara? Why would there be blood? Why are any of you asking this?"
Okay, Cosmo, though, was so cute last night when he said, "So have you been talking about the party on the podcast chat?" And I looked at him, I said, yeah.
For like a while. Anyway, yeah, no, they're funny.
So yeah, so we would love for you to come out. If you are not a member of the Crucible, then reach out to us. We have a limited amount of tickets that we can use for people who are not members. And it's going to be first come, first serve. So if you're interested, please reach out. You can reach out at pinkkinkpodcast@gmail.com or on any of our socials.
And guess who's responsible for the list?
Not me, actually. But I will be responsible for getting the information to Dara for the list.
As usual, because I will not be checking said social media. But yeah, if you're coming, just let us know. We'll put you on the list. I'm going to need some specific information. So Robert will get that from me when you DM, or for me when you DM. Hello, words. I need more coffee.
Words are hard, but we're going to try to have a podcast and use them.
That's going to be hard.
So this episode was not inspired by social media.
Hallelujah.
This episode was inspired by a discussion that I had with Naughty and Nice after the two of us went to Naughty Knowledge. Last weekend? Yeah, I think that was last weekend. Time is hard.
Yeah,
timey-wimey. You were going to say that.
You know what I think is funny is I've got you saying it now, and you've never seen Doctor Who.
Oh, my God. I got in trouble yesterday when I admitted to somebody I hadn't seen Supernatural.
Oh, no. Rah,
Yeah.
rah. Who did you get in trouble with?
My author friends, because there's an Angels and Demons party at Smut Lovers.
Yes.
And so they were talking about what they wanted to wear, and they were talking about maybe going in costumes, Supernatural costumes, and then they wanted to get like a whole bunch of us in Supernatural costumes.
Uh-huh.
And I said, I'm so sorry. I haven't seen Supernatural. They're like, what? I said, look, people, I'm so old that Jensen Ackles, to me, I only know him as Eric Brady from Days of Our Lives.
Okay, me too. But that was when I was in high school.
Yeah, I was a fucking adult.
Yeah. But then, what was the show he did right after that I was like so upset? I can't even.
I mean, he's adorable.
That man has aged like a fine
Have you heard him sing?
I did not even know he could sing.
Oh, honey, child.
I think there was a couple of musical episodes, but I was not. Those were like later episodes. I watched seasons 1 through 6. I never made it to season like 15. But I can hook you up with like a Winchester costume.
Yeah, we'll see. I haven't decided yet what I'm wearing.
It'll be fine. I think, yeah, so the two of them, like if you ever watch the clips and stuff, they remind me of you and me.
Yes. Well, I've seen them at conventions, and they crack me the hell up. They're funny people.
Yeah, no, it's the banter between two people who know each other really, really well. No, it's great. But also Jensen Ackles is...
Oh, look at us. We're how long into it and already going off the side. It's fine. So the going to Naughty Knowledge was really important to us, especially for Naughty and Nice, because
her name is in the actual...
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
It had been a while since she had really kinked. And this was an opportunity for her to reconnect with her kinky side. And then in my case, I'm very well connected with my kinky side. That's not the problem. The problem, and I should say problem for me. It's not a problem. The challenge. The challenge for me is to keep that connection going and to constantly reignite it and make sure that it doesn't, kink never becomes boring for me or a chore, and that I'm always interested, especially as somebody who doesn't have a dynamic, right? For a lot of people, it's the dynamic itself that keeps things interesting and fresh and going because you've got the relationship with the other person. I don't have the dynamic. So what can I do? How can I keep reigniting that kinky flame? And if you're somebody who's kind of taken a break for whatever reason, how do you reignite that flame? So that's kind of the inspiration behind all of this, because that whole weekend reminded me of just how important it is that we keep challenging ourselves, and not challenging ourselves so that anybody else can go, wow, look at you, you're amazing, or oh, good job, or anything, but just for us to stay connected to something that we're passionate about and means so much to us, and to be our authentic kink selves. So in this case, when I talk about challenging ourselves, I don't mean doing stuff that's dangerous or extreme. I'm going to pause there because that kind of coming out of my mouth is that an oxymoron?
Think about that?
Is that an oxymoron if I say that?
Yes.
Because I'm a moron? Oh, come on. You know you're thinking it when I said I was doing 400 needles. You know that's what you thought.
But I stopped saying that stuff out loud.
What have we decided about your subtitles on your face?
Oh my God, did you see that TikTok that I sent you?
I did.
Oh my God, it was so clearly me. Okay, just for you guys, because you obviously don't know, because you don't know that I send rah-rah all these TikToks. But this one was very clearly me because it was this guy talking about his wife's subtitles on her face. And he's like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, but I didn't say anything. He goes, yeah, but your face did. And it's me. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
There you go. I was waiting. Thank you so much.
I did it right this time. I know my line.
It was important, and I appreciate that. If I can do timey-wimey, you can do the Taylor
I'm the
Swift.
problem. It's
Thank
me.
you.
It's fine. I can do this.
You do love me.
I pay attention.
But when I talk about challenge, what I'm really meaning is stepping outside your comfort zone in a way that's very intentional and meaningful and personal to you. So first I want to talk about like why challenging yourself is so important. Well, I think the biggest thing is it's going to prevent stagnation. It's going to, you don't want things to become routine, because when things become routine, they kind of become boring. And we don't ever want kink to be boring. Kink should never be boring. And then, of course, there's the fact that when you stop learning, like, you might as well stop living. I still take classes, folks. I took classes at Naughty Knowledge. I will take classes at any convention, because you can always learn something from somebody else. And I don't mean just somebody who's more experienced than you, right? I'll take classes with somebody who's younger and less experienced. Doesn't mean they don't have something to offer me. There may be new and better ways of doing things. Especially, I'm telling you, as an old person, there's a lot of things that I used to do that I don't do anymore because there's a better way to do it now. And so that's important. And so what does it look like if you're being stagnant? Well, maybe you're feeling bored with the scenes that used to thrill you. You're kind of just doing them by rote. You're not even thinking about it. Like, right, you're doing the impact scene and you're just kind of hitting them. And then you're looking around you and you're doing everything else but actually staying connected to your partner.
That's no bueno.
And then you're not excited anymore, right? We talked about burnout in a different episode. And that's one of the ways to avoid that burnout is to be constantly challenging yourself and setting up new and exciting things that you can look forward to. You don't want to become complacent. Complacency might feel comfortable to you, but it's really it's a slow loss of passion.
Also, no bueno.
And
it just sounds really sad.
It is so
like
sad.
The way you're saying it, it just sounds so sad.
I want it to sound sad because I want people to not want to do this.
Oh, okay. Was that the point?
Right?
Cool.
And then the other thing too is when you're complacent, you're more likely to make mistakes.
Yeah, that, and then you get in trouble at kink clubs and stuff because you do something stupid.
And you hurt people, and then your reputation gets fucked. So if you are challenging yourself, you're keeping yourself very, very intentional instead of being just habitual. And when we feel disconnected from our kink identity, it's usually because we've stopped challenging ourselves and playing with what I call the edges, right? And by edges, I don't necessarily mean 400 needles.
Not edge play.
Right?
But our own personal edge of what we do.
Right? Like your plan to do this impact scene with Stuffies is challenging yourself because
yes,
you don't do impact.
No. Which is why it's going to be with Stuffies and they're not going to be weighted or anything in it because I bruise like a fucking peach.
Okay. For most of us, we would love that.
Yeah, but mine is different. Like, it is actually part of my disability, having easily bruised skin. Like, something that would not even remotely hurt rah-rah almost like actually breaks me. So I was, I'm actually in a disability and kink server, and I was saying this morning, I have a bruise, an actual bruise on the back of my skull right now, right on the hairline where your neck meets your head, because I got my hair done yesterday. And when I had my head on the bowl,
oh yeah,
this bruise, this has happened multiple times. It will last me a few, like several days to a few, like a week or so, maybe a little bit over a week. I don't think that's normal for people.
Oh, it is not.
Clearly, I should have stood up for my fucking self and asked to put cloth or something underneath my head. But I was just going with it. I was like, all right, whatever. I didn't think it was going to take this long. But this is the kind of thing that I have to be aware of, which is why I am not having heavy duty stuffies. I like the idea of being hit. I like the idea of doing something different every single year that pushes a boundary for myself.
Mm-hmm.
This is my edge. I don't do impact.
No.
I'm fucking doing impact for my birthday.
Right. And that's the point. It's like when we talk about challenging yourself in the edges, we're talking about for you personally.
Right.
And this is not something you compare. You should never be comparing and saying, and right? Like Dara knows well enough to be like, okay, I'm doing something exciting and new and different for me. Awesome. Good job for me. What Rara's doing over here has nothing to do with me.
Well, you're also doing something exciting and new and different and pushing your edges, as we say, because you've never done this many needles.
Nope.
This is a huge, big deal with 2 tops.
Oh, and I love the look on people's faces when I tell them.
This is a huge deal.
Yeah.
This is like, what did you call it? This is Everest?
Yeah.
Yeah, my Everest is, it sounds simple. It sounds puny even, you know, to what people normally would do. But for me, this is a really big fucking deal.
And that's what matters. Not anybody fucking else. It matters for you. And for you to then be proud that you've pushed yourself and you've done something new and done something different.
Now, the real challenge is what position I can be in.
I strongly suggest spanking bench because you don't have to stand.
Well, so I was talking about this with Vixen last night. Yeah, no, standing after last year, we're not doing that.
Right.
We're not doing that because I fucking fainted last year.
Right.
We're not doing this. No more humiliation scenes for me in public like that.
Not those kind of humiliation.
It was a weird case though. But so I said to Vixen last night, I was like, you know, I don't know if I should be on the kneeling side of it either because my knees, I don't know if my knees can support that. I need something really, really squishy underneath. And she goes, well, duh, Squishmallows. It's a stuffy scene. Put stuffies underneath you.
You're just going to be in a mountain of stuffies?
So that's the plan right now.
Gotcha.
Is for me to put stuffies and Squishmallows on the spanking bench and be on top of stuffies while being hit with stuffies. And then I'm going to go get pictures of me in the pile with all the stuffies.
Perfection.
And I already have a vision of what I'm going to wear because I have this absolutely fucking adorable pink and white lace skirt.
Okay.
That I'm going to pair with a really light pink hair bow. I'm going full little.
I love it.
I might just treat myself to some new hair bows and do like pigtails or something like that. But I'm going full blown pinky little.
I see. And for those who are just listening, because we don't have any video here, do you hear the excitement in her voice? Do you
I went little
right?
voice.
No, but it's just but the excitement and the joy in your voice is evident, and that's the point of why I say challenging yourself is so crucial, right? Like you came here this morning, and you were a little down. You're exhausted. You're hurting, right? Like and recording this episode as much as you enjoy it, it's still work.
I'm going to crash out so hard later. It's not even funny. But here's what I just realized when you said that. Me dressing up as a little to go to a risque is also pushing my boundaries. When's the last time you saw me actually dress little to go to a party?
It's been a long time.
It's been a very long time. The last time I think I really did it was my Cheshire Cat costume at Winterfire 2 years ago. That's it.
But I'm listening to all of a sudden your voice went to, yeah, we're doing the podcast, whatever. And then the excitement started to build. And the more you talked about it, the excitement and this look and smile on your face thinking about this.
Because I'm not stagnating. Yay.
But that's my point. Thank you so much. Okay, that's it.
Why I did it.
We're done today. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk. Podcast.
Should we call it the Dara Talk then? Is it
the Dara TED Talk on how to not stagnate? I just took the entire podcast and demonstrated how to not be stagnant. Clearly, you have to be a little.
Not necessarily.
Well, that was my point.
Another reason that it's important you do this is share. If you have this challenge, most of the time it's going to be a share challenge, right? Like Dara is inviting other people to participate with her who are also very excited about doing this.
Except for anybody that says we're going to put weights in the stuffies. Yeah, you are banned.
No, that's a boundary. We're not crossing that boundary. We're not crossing that boundary. But having a shared challenge with somebody creates bonding, which is amazing. So I did 2 challenge scenes during Naughty Knowledge, one where I topped and one where I bottomed. The topping scene I did with Naughty and Nice. Her challenge was, it was 100 needles, which was for her the most she'd ever done. And they were big ass needles. And the location that we were putting them in was going to create her a lot of pain. For me, the challenge as the top was I was using a stencil, and there was a beautiful design. And as soon as I get these pictures from the folks at Naughty Knowledge, I promise I will be posting them. Hopefully it'll happen before this episode comes out and you'll already see them. But you never know.
I saw the stencil. It's lovely. Please don't show me the actual needles.
Well, you don't have to look.
Yeah, okay.
We have a whole thread in the Discord server for that stuff. So if you see it, it's because you went out of your way to go see it, and then I have no sympathy. We did this so that avoid this particular thread. Yeah. But doing something that challenged me and challenged her brought us closer together. Because I encouraged her, she encouraged me, and the sense of accomplishment we both felt when we were done was amazing. Then on the other side, I challenged myself, and my top was challenged too, created this beautiful corset piercing. And I'm saying piercing particular because we were not using needles per se. They were the hoops basically on my back. Now you do use needles to first get the holes going, and then I'm so sorry, Dara, get the holes going and then the hoops through it. And then after that was done, she decorated. Now you're probably going, oh, why was that a challenge for me? Well, first of all, I couldn't tell you the last time I've done needles on my back. The running joke for me is I like them on my front so I can see them. I don't want to have to wait for the pictures. I want to know what it looks like. So that was number 1. And number 2 was we got lower and lower on the back. And as we got lower, we got owier, a lot of owier. And it was a great challenge for me to do this. And then this was a challenge for my top 2 because of some of the decoration she used. And this is a newer kink for her, topping for piercings. And I'm excited now because not only did I absolutely enjoy it, the corset is gorgeous. There's pictures up on Instagram, Threads, and FET, the places I can safely put this picture up. And now I talked to her. She's going to help mentor me and teach me how to top for that too. Because Naughty and Nice wants them. And
of course.
And other people want them. So that here's this entire weekend, and I only was going to do these 2 scenes, and I was so excited. Now I ended up doing 4 other scenes because friends watched us do this and goes, okay, will you pop my needle cherry? So I got to pop needle cherries for 4 folks.
Ooh, last night.
Yeah.
I popped 3 electro cherries and 1 scene cherry.
Oh.
Very first scene ever.
I did needles on somebody, and that was their very first scene ever.
Holy fucking shit.
Because she had watched me do the big needle scene with Naughty and Nice and goes, okay, I want to try that. And I didn't realize it was their first scene ever. So yeah, it's like, even though that is not necessarily a challenge for me, right? I put an endorphin button. It's 4 needles.
Mm-hmm.
Done them tons and tons of time, right? That's not exciting. But watching their joy and excitement in challenging themselves gives me joy and happiness. And so that shared feeling between us really made things very that's the word I'm looking for. Words are hard. I need more coffee.
Very bondage.
Very bondage. Very fulfilling and satisfying. Right? A scene that's going to stretch your limits helps really, and by stretching your limits, I'm not talking just physically. It could be emotionally and mentally as well. That really fosters this deepness in your relationship you have with somebody. And then in a DS relationship, right? Challenging yourself is going to help your partner see more of you, see your bravery, your fears, your growth. And that is a beautiful feeling. When you challenge yourself, you're not learning just what you like, but also it helps you learn why you like it and how much and in what context, right? Because somebody was like, Okay, you're doing 400 needles. Why? Why would you do 400 needles?
Yeah, seriously. Why?
Right? And it's because I want to challenge myself. Okay, next question. How does that challenge you? Well, I'm not going to tell you it's not going to hurt because that would be bullshit. It fucking hurts. And part of the reason it hurts is the sheer weight of the needles. When you put in just a few, that's fine. But as you continue to add needles, it's extra weight. And you're putting on 400 needles is going to be a lot of weight. And I'm putting them in locations I don't necessarily normally put on. I don't have enough. I mean, my boobs are big, but I still only have so much real estate on my boobs.
Yeah, you only have 300 spots on your boobs.
Well, no, I did 125 in each boob last year.
125 plus 125. You said there'd be no math. What is that?
That's 250.
Okay, so
and
you
the other 50,
250.
right, the other 50 went on 25 on each leg. On each
only
thigh.
so much room.
So now I got to figure out where the other 100 are going to go. Well, we're probably going to add more to the thighs. I think we did a practice run. This is I think I talked about this, guys, when how screwed my mind is. Somebody asked, "Oh, did you do any scenes?" I said, "Yeah, I did a little needle scene. I had 50 needles put in my leg." And then I had to laugh at myself that for me 50 needles is a small needle scene.
Yep. You're not normal.
I am not normal. And I never hold myself up as something you should all do. Like, you get to do you, boo, and I love you for whatever you choose to do, whether it be needles or whether it be an impact scene with stuffies. I will not judge you for that.
Which, by the way, I just posted that in the Discord, and our friend Jules is losing her mind about it and like wants to come out and hit me with stuffies now.
Come on out.
Okay, but then immediately was talking about weighted stuffies.
No.
I was like, I'm screaming in
No.
here. Have you met me? And she's like, no. Actually.
Okay, she got you there.
I know, right? I was like, fuck.
No, actually, I haven't mentioned. Yep, no, valid. Why don't you come back to that now?
Nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing. So, okay. Now I lost my train.
Sorry.
That's
train
fine.
has
My train is
left the
derailed.
choo-choo
My
station.
train has derailed once again. Let's get it back on the tracks, folks. I do it because I want to prove to myself that I can do these things. That's honestly, that's why I do it. I want to prove to myself that I can overcome these obstacles, that I am strong enough to handle the pain and get through it. So I wouldn't, if I wasn't challenging myself, I wouldn't necessarily have learned this about myself. You get to choose how you grow, which is incredibly empowering, especially, let's say, for submissives, right? Choosing to challenge yourself is a declaration of agency. It says, I am my own person, not just an extension of my dom.
Yeah, I actually really like that.
And for dominant, challenging yourself says, I'm not done learning. I want to be better. How do your legs reach all the way over here?
What?
Because you just bumped into my toe. How the fuck do your legs reach all the way over here? I just moved my foot back.
I'm not halfway over.
You touched.
I touched you? Oh my God.
Unless there's a fucking creature under this table, in which case I'm not looking.
It's my foot. I'm sorry I have long legs.
No, I'm just laughing. I'm like, how the fuck do you do that?
Wait. Tuck your legs under.
Okay, now you can't reach. That's what I have to do. I have to tuck my legs under. How the fuck do you do that? Okay, I'm going to try. Hold on. Can I do it? Did I get you?
Oh, there it is. That's my knees.
Okay.
Good job. Train is in.
The train has left the building.
The train has left the country.
Forget squirrel. It's weird.
We have ODOSO. ADOSO.
And what is that?
Attention deficit. Ooh, shiny object. Oh, I got her. Look.
I like that one. Okay, let's see. Notes. Where are the notes? Okay.
She's going to check where
I got all these notes. And
I don't even know where we're at.
We've gone so far off the rails that I'm like, okay, I don't know that we'll get everything in I want to talk about. All right.
I will shut the fuck up.
Let's talk about the fact that the push to challenge yourself needs to be internal. It needs to come within. I am telling you, folks, if you are submissive and your dominant comes to you and says, I want to push your boundaries, the answer should be no. It needs to be you going to your dominant saying, hey, I want to push my boundaries and I need you to help me. challenge is not about proving something to anybody. It's not about showing off. It's not about catching up to the Smiths, the Joneses, the Raras.
That's the new one, huh?
It's the new one.
What is it? Keeping Up with the Kardashians has been the most recent.
Yeah. It should never be about what others expect from you. Because the risk of feeling that you should try something because somebody's told you should, you're going to end up feeling regret, resentment. You may fucking feel unsafe. You're probably going to feel very disconnected from the scene because it's not what you want to do. Have you ever done something where you were forced to do it? Right? And the difference between
who are you talking to?
Right? When you feel like you're forced to do something versus you choose to do something.
Huge difference.
I suggest before you challenge yourself, before you actually do the thing you want to do to challenge yourself, self-reflect. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Am I doing this because I want to grow, or am I doing this because I want to be validated? One answer's right, one answer's wrong. Do I feel excited? And you're allowed to feel nervous, okay? I would be a liar if I didn't tell you I'm nervous about the 400 needles.
Oh, I'm fucking nervous about being hit with these stuffies because some of these people I don't trust to actually understand that they are hitting me, not a normal impact bottom. So we're going to have...
Well, let's not use the word normal. There's no normal.
Okay.
A more extreme impact bottom.
That's why I said normal, because I'm not even on the radar. Like your standard impact bottom, I'm not even close.
She's not even on light.
I'm not on the radar at all. I'm way outside the fucking radar map going, hello, can I come in? I'm so again, I might have my gorgeous smoking hot drill sergeant who always runs my scenes be my little, you know who I'm talking about. It's
exactly.
Sophina. I think she's going to have to
stand there and
direct again.
Yeah.
She's done this. I ask her every year to direct my scene because she's the one that
because nobody's messing with her.
I would have you do it, except you're off doing
people
crazy things.
I'm off doing people.
Yes. So Sophina is the one that's going to probably end up, but she's running the event next time, so I don't know if she's going to be able to.
Oh, Cosmo usually, once the event starts going, Cosmo checks out.
Okay, well, that'll be fine.
So, and another thing to ask yourself, am I going to feel proud about this tomorrow, even if things don't go the way I want? Or am I going to feel disappointed and regretful, right? Like, my goal is 400 needles. Now, here's the truth, because I know me very well. Spent a lot of, known me since birth. If I say I'm doing it, I'm going to do it.
Yes.
And why am I going to do it? Because I'm stubborn AF.
I'm sorry, what? You're what?
I'm stubborn AF.
I'm sorry, you're what?
Yeah.
You can say the word. It's our podcast.
I understand.
We fucking swear all the time.
I know. I just didn't want to.
All right.
I'm stubborn as fuck. Is that better?
Yes, thank you.
I'm stubborn as fuck. And I refuse to give in. I just refuse. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And what I've already told, at least I talked to one of my tops about this last night. I said, when I get down to the final 20, I'm going to start counting out loud like I did last year. And then I want everybody else to join in with me in the countdown because that helps me with that final push.
Yeah. Gives you a little bit more energy to have the audience interaction. See, I know you too.
But one of the reasons I tell everybody I'm doing this is so I can't back out. I mean, I technically could, right? If that morning I woke up and I go, my head's not in the right place, I won't do this, guys. But I can assure you my head's going to be in the right place because I am honestly excited about this challenge.
I'm excited, but also nervous. I know you've had yours planned for months. I literally came up with mine last night.
I've had this planned since 5 minutes after last year's when Learning Curve leaned over and whispered in my ear and goes, next year, 400, right?
Oh, God. Well.
And my first reaction to that was, I think I even said it to them. Okay, this is like giving birth. Can you at least give me a little bit of time to get over the pain?
Yeah.
And the struggle?
Build the want back up again.
And forget how much it hurt? But I know this year we're doing it differently. So last year, Learning Curve had this brilliant idea, and I'm blaming it on Learning Curve because it was their idea, to put the beads on it.
Oh, no. Blame is entirely the correct
Learning Curve wanted to put beads on it, which was fine. It looked pretty. Don't get me wrong. It fucking looked pretty. But took longer to do the whole scene because we had to get the beads on. And then because Learning Curve, bless their heart, as a Virgo, I appreciated this, wanted to make sure there was a pattern to the beads because there were 2 different colors, and was trying to calculate how many beads, where they went, so the pattern moved. So that took longer. And then B, the weight of the beads. Oh my fucking God, added so much extra weight. So this year there will be no fucking beads.
That is a limit.
Well, Learning Curve said that, and I went, you're right. I totally agree
Not
with
with
you.
that many needles.
Right.
That'd be way too
now,
much.
we are going to a bigger size needle. We're going up 1 size. But that's fine. That's not really going to add that much additional weight to it. And the advantage of going up a size is that the bigger the needle, the less bendy. And when you're putting that much weight, especially on like my boobs, having less bendy needles will be helpful to get in. So anyway, so I talked about like my challenges at Naughty Knowledge as a top and as a bottom. But there was also a challenge as an educator. I taught 3 classes, ethical bratting, consent is no joke, your scene went wrong, now what? And even as an educator, I want to challenge myself. I want to challenge myself with the emotional labor of putting together a class that is inclusive. In fact, this year, I have since added, right, like a year or so ago, I attended an amazing class where the educator talked about the 4 C's in their classroom, which was like consent, communication. I should remember what the other 4 C's are, but I need more coffee. But it was about like consent. You don't have to do anything in this class you don't want to do.
When do you not need more coffee?
Never. Confidentiality. Anything that's said here is private. Care. That was another one. Care. Let's all be kind to each other. We're all different levels of experience and learning. So when we talk and answer questions, let's be kind to each other. And there's a 4th C that I'm blanking on. It'll come to me in a minute. So I added that to my classrooms, to my classes, to make my classes kinder to people and to let people know I want this to be a respectful, safe space. That's great. Well, this year now I've added a new thing because again, how did I learn about this new thing? I took somebody else's class and they did this and I went, oh my God, this is brilliant. I want to include this. And talk about an old dog learning new tricks. Now I also talk about the fact that everything I talk about in my class is going to be from my perspective as a mostly het white woman.
Mostly
Cis, mostly het.
Okay.
Sorry. Remember.
You just got your words confused. It's fine.
I'm just going
fixing it
fast.
for you.
I'm trying to talk fast. And I don't know why. Cis, mostly het, white woman with a college degree, and all of these other things. And that affects my perspective of how I'm offering. And I invite people. Oh, I know what the other C is. Because it kind of goes related. It's communication. And talk about the fact of the language that we use in the class. I always joke and I tell people, look, if I were 1 year older, I'd be a boomer.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out how you forgot our favorite word. Communication.
Communication. I know. I'm tired.
Yeah, no.
And
valid because last night was a doozy.
Yeah. So I say if I were 1 year older, I would be a boomer. And so the language that I grew up with and used is not the language we use today by any means.
No.
And that I've done my very best to get rid of a lot of it. And some of it is gone. I don't use those words anymore. But there's still, language is constantly changing. And if I use a word that might be outdated or harmful, I invite people to call me out on it and teach me. Because if you don't tell me I said something wrong, how the hell am I going to know? And I'm going to keep saying the wrong thing. So this is how I challenge myself as an educator. I am constantly rewriting my classes to add stuff like that to make me a better educator. I attend other classes so I can learn and see not just information of the subject matter, but their teaching styles. Maybe there's something like all these things I can add to my class and make it better. And the reward for doing all that is hearing from people who attend the class, loved your class. It was a safe space for me. I felt comfortable speaking up and sharing my stories. This last class when I talked about my perspective, I had some folks in there who were non-binary who came up to me afterward and like thanked me and said, wow, thank you so much for admitting your perspective and your privilege. And I went, well, yeah, of course.
Goes a long way.
I'm a white woman. I got a lot of I got a lot of privilege here. I have what I also call cute privilege, cute tiny privilege. There's things I can do as a cute tiny person because I don't appear physically threatening that even you, though you are also a white woman, could not do.
Well, sort of white.
But you listen. There are people who would not think I was white.
No, I know that, but I look white. I'm white enough to pass. Technically, I'm not really.
Yeah, but it's right. So I am very cognizant of my privilege, and I try to use it for good and not evil.
Well, that's debatable.
Did I try?
I was going to tell you, do you know Daddy J has started referring to a particular spot as my safe space?
Oh, yeah? What
Mhm.
spot?
His belly.
Oh, that is your safe space. It's been your safe space for a while.
I know. But I just think it's really funny that he called it that the other day, and now I can't unsee that or hear it or whatever it is, because I think, what did I say the other day? I think I said it to one of the dogs. I was like, yeah, putting your face in someone's belly is not just your fetish.
I love that. So I do try to not limit my challenging to just the scenes itself, but the relationships that I have with people, the classes I teach, how I teach them, my reward as the top, right? It's even as a skill top, even doing as many needle scenes as I've done, I'm still challenging myself so that I can grow and learn. And I will tell you, I was a little scared.
You?
Yeah.
Scared?
I was a little scared of topping that scene because I wasn't sure how it was going to look. I knew it was going to be hard. Luckily, there was a stool I could step on so that I could be tall enough to get the angles, because that was trying to get the needles. They were very close. There's a very particular pattern I had to follow. So I was nervous about that. As the bottom in the corset piercing scene, I was also nervous about that because I hadn't taken back needles in a while. And I was worried about that.
Well, yeah, you should be a little bit nervous anytime you do something new. It's healthy.
Well, and as we say, right, being brave doesn't mean not being scared. It means being scared and doing it anyway.
Yep.
And so...
Then you can say, I'm a big, brave girl.
Right. So my takeaway for my challenge as a bottom is that it wasn't the intensity. Because I've done more intense scenes. I'm going to do more intense scenes. But having the patience to sit there while this was done, knowing I can't see it. It's behind me. I have no idea what's happening back there. Surrendering to what's happening. I gave my top complete 100% creative control. The only thing I did was say, I want a corset piercing. Now, she was amazing. She found me, God bless her, she found me pink rings. There were pink ribbons that were used. There was, a lot of stuff, but I said,
of pink.
Right, of course, it was a corset fit for a princess.
I'm not dignifying that with an answer.
Yeah. And it was, I showed up and gave her my complete faith, which is growing because we have done some scenes together, but she's still a newer to me top than, let's say, learning curve. And so giving up that control, and you know me, right? How good am I at giving up control?
Not at all. Ever.
So that is growth for me to basically go, I'm going to sit here and just whatever you do, you do. And I'm not going to ask questions. And one of the things that I did, and when you are challenging yourself, and this is how I deal with it, right? Because I was nervous, we had planned on 10 piercings on each side. And the first one hurt like a motherfucker for whatever reason. Then it got a little easier. And then it started to get harder again. And so we had just done like 7 on each side. And of course, she's checking in with me because I said, let's do it row by row instead of going down. So that way, if I need to stop and can't do all 10 on each side, it won't look crooked.
Right.
So like she would do a row and then we had 7 on each side. And she's like, okay, do you want to stop or do you want to continue? Because it was getting more painful as we moved down. I said, well, I can't do 7. That's uneven. That bothers me. which I'm laughing because if you stop and think about it, it was 7 on each side, which means I was at 14, which is an even number. But I didn't look at it that way.
So you know what's weird about me and even and odds? Obviously, I like evens, but when you do odds, there are only certain times where odds are acceptable. When you can put something in the middle and then all the other ones go around it because it's like it has a focal point.
I agree.
That's totally acceptable.
Absolutely.
However, if it's 7 on one side and 6 on the other,
No.
and there's nothing in the middle,
No,
that's when you have to like absolutely
Not
fuck
okay.
not. That is not, no, you're right. That is not okay. It only works for certain things. And like weirdly enough, my car stereo, 17 is the perfect volume.
Huh.
I don't know why.
I have no perfect volume on mine because so many things are recorded at different volumes. It's constantly going up and down and up and down.
Well, like if I'm listening to something on Spotify or something like that, for some reason, 17.
No. And then if I've got the air conditioning on high, I got to turn it louder so I could hear it over the air conditioning.
Okay, that's true. But basic for my ears is 17. And it took me a while to get used to that because I hated the number 17 because it's not right. Clearly.
But like I did row by row. And once we got to like 8 and 8, I was like, yeah, let's just do the others because I'm so close. It's like, let's just finish it out. So let's talk about when you're the person on the other side, when it's your partner who's pushing their limits. I find it very powerful to witness other people being brave and wanting to challenge themselves and wanting to learn and grow. And I get to participate in that a lot as the top. And I'm always very grateful for anybody who trusts me enough to help them get past that. I mean, I've done it with needles like I did this past weekend. I've done it with impact. I've already had somebody approach me. They're really desperate for me to have another blood play party, which of course Dara will be invited to, but she won't come, and that's fine.
Absolutely.
But
not.
I like her to know she's invited, so she doesn't feel left out.
Invitation. Go ahead and have it without me.
And she's never bottomed for a blood play scene before, so she wants me to break her blood play cherry. Right? Like that's an incredible feeling. So that even though I'm not challenging myself, I get giddy and high from that. It is watching their pride and their sense of accomplishments, the smiles on their face, like they did it, which is why I laugh, which is why I think that's stupid but silly and cute. I had my needle cherry popped by Princess Rara sticker. Everybody loves it. Like even people who aren't littles. Like I get it, littles love stickers, but even people who aren't littles get so excited by this flipping sticker. And it is funny. And I think it's because, right, the needles go in and the needles come out. And what do you really have left to show? I challenged myself and accomplished it. Nothing. But now you have a sticker. And so now you have something physical that you can look at. That is just, it's like a medal.
I think comparing a sticker to a medal is a bit much, but okay.
Okay, so if you actually were brave enough and did 4 needles, you wouldn't want a version of a medal?
I would get an actual medal if I did it.
Well, I can't afford to buy medals for everybody.
But just
stickers are in my budget.
Okay, you know what you need to do now?
What?
Redesign it so it's a gold medal.
Oh, but it still has to, because have you seen it? It's got a cherry on it. It's got cherry and needles on it.
You could design
so the needles go into the cherry.
It like an Olympic medal.
I could.
That has a cherry. And...
The needles go into the cherry.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I gotta when I start to run out, I'll fix it. Yeah,
good.
But I get such a high off of that, and for watching it, and I get a sense of pride. I'm like a proud mama bear. Look at my babies. My babies have been brave and tried something. It's why I also tell them that if I put 1 needle in and you don't do any more, you should still be proud because that's 1 needle more than a lot of other people have ever been brave enough to try. Hi. You're the problem, it's you?
Always.
So when you support somebody through their challenge, you're validating their agency. You are validating their bravery. And you are now a part of their own empowerment. And I for me, it also helps remind me of my growth journey, right? Like I'm able to see how excited they are at this level and remember back when I was that level Well, I was never that level because my first scene was 40 needles. But again, I'm definitely not normal. And I do not recommend people be like me.
I'm just going to stare at you.
No, when I tell people my first needle scene was like 40 needles, they're like, I'm sorry, what the fuck? I'm like, I know. And then I go and it was on top of a bruise.
And this is why I fucking tell Rara that she's an insane person.
And I have no argument back because she's not wrong. But again, don't compare yourself to me. And as crazy as I sound, there are people crazier, which is amazing.
Yeah, there are people that do hook suspension. Oh my God, I was trying to explain hook suspension to one of the new people last night. And she's like looking at me like, what? Like she looked like she was turning gray. Like the color I turned when you did your butterfly or green or whatever. She looked like the color was draining out of her body as I was just telling her about it. I said, yeah, honey, don't come in January.
I'm not sure it's happening this year in January because I got invited to participate in a special needle event that they may be doing.
Oh, okay.
Where it's going to be our own version of like what do they call it? When people get together?
Stitch and bitch?
Yeah. It's going to be that. It's going
That's
to be like
hilarious,
that.
except with skin. Ew. Oh my God. I can't. Okay. Move on.
Oh my God. So funny story. So last night.
You funny or actual funny?
I don't know. You'll have to tell me. Listen to the story and tell me.
Oh God.
So I'm minding my own business, doing my hosting things, and Nina comes running in to grab me. She's my other needle top and goes, oh my God, I put needles in Learning Curve. You need to come see it.
What?
So I go running back with Nina. There's Learning Curve with needles in them that Nina put in. And I'm going, oh my God, this is insane. And we're laughing. And then Nina's partner, Drano, comes over and we're all like, because I guess Learning Curve had been teasing Nina about wanting to show this off to people. And she's like, oh, I know exactly who would want to see this. And sure enough, it was definitely me.
I was like, why were they doing that? Were they bored?
Yeah, nobody was.
That makes sense.
People had stood them up. So they were just sitting there twisted, right?
Happens.
So anyway, so I was joking and I said to Learning Curve, oh my God, we'll probably never see this again. And Learning Curve goes, oh no, we'll see this again. We'll do this again. And Nina's like, yeah, next time it's your turn to put needles in Learning Curve. And I just stood there and I went, no, I can't. That's my top. I can't be the top to my top.
Sound like you had an aneurysm.
I did. So back in the days with Simple Beauty, it's still living here, right? Simple Beauty was my sadist. They're the ones who got me into blood play and staples and like real big impact. And they had me, one time I did staples on them and one time I did impact on them. And mind you, I am twice their age. So like, this is not like somebody that was like older and senior to me. It was the weirdest, wrongest thing I've ever felt.
So listen, you were a switch for a while, but you always said not with the same person.
No, I am a switch in the fact that I can do both, but I don't switch with other people. Like if I'm your top, I'm always your top. If I'm your bottom, I'm always your bottom. And so now my mind is blown. And yet I bring this up because I'm probably going to do it because I want to challenge myself. It's going to feel weird and I'm going to be panicked about being judged.
God.
But luckily, I think Nina only put in like 4 needles. So maybe if I could just put in 4 needles, I'll be fine. But it was weird. So how do you make sure that when you challenge yourself, you're doing it as safe as possible and most importantly, ethically? Well, the first thing is the prep, right? Ask yourself, do a self-check-in. Am I ready for this? Ask yourself again, we talked about why are you doing this? Are they for the right reasons? When you are planning the scene, be honest. Talk about not just your goals and your limits, but your fears. What are you afraid of? And then why? Explain to your partner, why do you want to do this? A lot of times that why is going to be really important because you don't want to negotiate just what you're going to do, but why. And then maybe start with something a little bit more low stakes, right? If you're submissive, try a posture you've never held. Try, if you're somebody who struggles with saying no or asking for what you want, start saying no with something simple. If you're dominant, try a type of play that you've never done before. Express vulnerability. Seek feedback from your partner. If it's just a scene and you're a scene bottom, right? Maybe it's an impact scene. So what you're going to do is just ask for it to be longer than it's been before. If you're the top, try a different toy or use the toy that you've had a different way. Don't go from 0 to 60. It's a process of building up, right? Even as crazy as I am with the amount of needles, I didn't just wake up one morning and do 300 needles. I had done 150, 125 once. Then another time I did like 150.
No, it's a stamina building.
Right.
It's a process.
And it's a whole process.
When you run a marathon, you have to train for it first. You do it in small increments until you build up your stamina. Same thing.
Exactly. Make sure you're building a safety net, right? Maybe you've never needed aftercare before, but this is going to be different and this is going to be challenging. So maybe this time you will need the aftercare. So make sure, like, I normally can do just about any kind of scene and still be okay to drive myself home. I knew with 300 needles that was taking a chance. So last year I made sure I had a designated driver.
And this year?
This year I have my designated drivers back and helping me again because I want to make sure that I've got the safety net. I might be fine. I mean, honestly, last year
You will probably still be bleeding, though.
I didn't. It wasn't last year. I clot really fast.
Okay.
It's my superpower. I clot really fast. It's weird.
That's a interesting superpower.
I know. That's a sarcastic superpower because that's not necessarily a good thing, but it helps in these cases. I was in pain for sure, but I don't think I was too spacey that I couldn't have driven. This year I'm doing more needles. Again, I don't want to risk it. So make sure you have debrief plans in place so that once the scene is over, you can sit down and talk about what worked, what didn't, if you want to try it again. And then understand that if you challenge yourself and it doesn't work, you haven't failed. You have not failed because you tried. And therefore you succeeded. The trying is the succeeding, not the product at the end. Use challenging yourself as a way to reconnect to your kink, to your partner, right? Life gets in the way sometimes. We've got stress. You've got your job. Maybe you've got young kids. Maybe you're taking care of your parents. Maybe, you've got chronic illness.
Hi, hello, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. See, I said the line again. I'm really good at this now.
I'm so proud of you. You've challenged yourself to start talking like Taylor Swift, and I love it.
That is not what I'm doing. Now I have to stop.
Maybe there's trauma that you got to get past or burnout, right? If you're in a dynamic, you may realize that you've kind of let it fade a bit because of all of these issues. And that doesn't mean you failed at being a kinkster. Just sometimes life sucks, folks. Priorities, right? Like, as a parent, I can tell you, sometimes kids get in the way. The running joke is, it's amazing anybody ever has a second child. Because with a first child, when the hell do you have time to even have sex to have a second child?
I wouldn't know.
Right? And kids.
I adopted mine.
Kids are the biggest kink blockers you know.
No, I'm going to call my dogs really big kink blockers too.
Are they not?
They are, yes.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I was trying to do something with Daddy J and we were trying to do it not in a bedroom with the closed door because I was like, I want to do something different. Chris in the kitchen. And we had to go upstairs and go into a bedroom and close the door because the fucking dogs were all up in our business.
I had a cat that used to sit on the dresser and watch.
Yeah, you
and
said that the cat would hold up cards.
I really kept expecting the paw to come up with the little cards like 7.8.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so at this point, small challenges are going to really help you kind of reclaim your identity and touch base. Maybe if you're in a dynamic, you add some new rituals or new protocols. Maybe if you're doing scenes, you're trying just one new sensation or one new implement. Use this opportunity to reflect, right? There's journal your fears, your concerns, your hopes, your fantasies, your dreams, whatever. And remember, you don't need to come back all at once. One challenge at a time, one, little bit of growth at a time. All of that can really reignite the whole flame. So what I want you to take away from all of this is that challenging yourself is going to keep kink alive. It's going to keep your dynamic alive. It's going to keep your kink identity alive. And it's going to keep it all real. And it's not about the intensity. It's not about, oh, I need to challenge myself by doing this big thing. It's about intention. It's about authenticity. The push needs to be you pushing, not your partner. Now, that doesn't mean, let's say you're in a relationship or in a dynamic and your partner doesn't sit down with you and said, hey. So I feel like our flame is kind of a little bit distinguished. Is that the right word?
No.
Thank you. Help me.
Extinguished.
Thank you. I'm like, I said it out loud going, that's not right.
I know this is not on topic, but that right there is the story in my family. When my dad went gray really, really early, like started to go gray at 15.
My dad went gray early too.
So my cousin, my eldest cousin, who was 4 at the time, so the rest of us weren't even anywhere in existence, but she was 4 at the time. She said, don't worry, Uncle, blah, name. Your gray hair makes you look extinguished.
Oops.
Yeah. That's been the story.
Ever
since. Like, new people come into the family and that's the story we tell.
Every family
that poor
has
girl
that
is 50.
Story.
That poor girl is 50 now.
Doesn't matter. You said it once.
That's it.
We still tease my middle one could not say electronics.
What'd they say?
I forget, like electronical or something.
Aw.
It was really cute.
But
yeah, certain things just never go away.
When I was 7, I told my mom, it was at a party, apparently they had guests over or something, and I said that octopuses have 8 testicles.
Whoops. Whoops, Daisy.
I didn't know why everybody was laughing at me.
So if your partner says to you, the flame's been extinguished, there, got it right. And what can we do to kind of re-extinguish it, right?
No, what? Re-extinguish it? Reignite? Oh my God.
Reignited and it feels so good.
And she's gone. Do you want me to finish?
I got this.
Because you got like 2 lines left. Do you think you can handle this?
No, probably not. But
okay.
I'm going to try really, really hard.
My God.
I'm going to challenge myself to.
Challenge accepted. Okay. Do I have to give you the finger?
No, it's okay. I got this.
I don't think you do.
You're not helping. Support. I need your support.
You told me not to reach over there.
I said don't kink.
We're done. Where is it? Where are we reading? I have to save Rara now.
You don't even know where we are in the notes.
Reflection.
Yeah, reflection prompts. There we go.
Which means go look in the mirror and... No, I'm done. No, seriously. This is where Rara's favorite thing about journaling comes in. Like, give yourself a little time to reflect and think about what you've done.
Right.
I'm not anywhere as better as you. I'm just
not as easy as you think it is it?
No, I'm just not trying. Yeah. So,
okay, you're never done growing, and that's the beauty of this lifestyle. So, take some time, think to yourself, what's one way you've grown in the past year? What edge are you ready to lean toward? And how would you like to challenge yourself? What would you like to do to challenge yourself? Right? Try one intentional challenge this week. Be it tiny, be it big, and think about what it taught you. And if this whole episode has resonated with you and we haven't totally turned you off,
we haven't extinguished you.
Re-extinguished? No. Can you leave us a review? It'll help others find us, even though I don't know that we should be found right now.
On this episode, maybe not. I'm not too sure.
It started off so well.
No, it didn't.
Hey.
It started off the usual with us going off in weird tangents.
Say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye to the people.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you enjoyed what you heard, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a minute of our fun and educational content. New episodes drop every Friday.
If you love what we do and want to help us keep creating, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/pinkkinkpodcast. You can also support our affiliates to benefit small businesses and us at the same time.
No extra cash? No problem. You can still help by spreading the word about your favorite kinky podcast. Share us with your friends, and don't forget to rate and review us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. Those 5-star reviews mean the world to us. And those 5-star reviews go a long way in boosting our podcast through the algorithm and reaching more listeners.
Sign up for our Pink Kink Institute classes. Shop at our Etsy shop, Pink Kink Boutique. Stay connected with us on social media. You'll find all the links on our link tree posted in the show notes.
Your support means the world to us. So until next time, stay pink
And level up your kink knowledge.